Welcome to Whiskey's a Journey. Today is Friday, which means it's another segment of a bottle battle or a battle of the bottles. However you want to call this segment or whatever you want to call this segment, I have two samples that I selected from my blind sample pool. I'm the person that matched these up. I've got about 25 to 30 random samples. I'm a Whiskey Promiscuous channel, so it could be anything. It could be Scotch, it could be peated Scotch, could be American single malts, could be a bourbon, could be an Irish, could be a Japanese. I don't know. So I have them marked on the bottle or on the bottom. I'm going to pour them, nose them and taste them, do a head-to-head, kind of figure out which one I like the most. And then at the end, I will reveal to myself, because you already know based on the thumbnail what these are, which one I like the most. And then figure out basically what I have been drinking. Tell you what, they smell like a bourbon, but I have been completely wrong in the past. My sister and I did one of these and we thought for sure we were drinking an Irish, and it ended up being a single malt Scotch. So I don't want to jump the gun, but I think it probably did. I'm going to start on my right, nose it, taste it, give you some notes, get a rinse of water, and then move on to glass number 2 on my left. So let's go ahead and get into this. Like, subscribe, share, do all those things that YouTubers ask you to do. I do have a August giveaway happening. The rules to that are in the description below. If you like contributing to the channel, just go ahead and read through those. This is a tremendous amount of cherry. A little bit of ABV. Smells a little dusty, but the dominant note is definitely cherry. Yeah, like a dusty cherry. That's what I would say. A little bit of vanilla. Not a whole lot of spice, but there is a little bit of like oaky spice, if that makes sense. All right, let's go ahead and get it on the palate. That's oak spice, cherry coming through, but it is more oaky than anything else. That cherry gets hit a little bit mid-palate. The oak blossoms towards the back. And there's quite a bit of pepper, ginger, cooking spices. I tell you what, that tastes really good. I think they're bourbons. I mean, that's kind of what it tastes like. Yeah, it tastes good, smells good. Let's go ahead and get a rinse and quickly move on to glass number 2. All right, glass number 2. It's got that dusty note to it. Not a whole lot of cherry. There's a tiny amount, but it has more of an oak note coming through. A little bit weaker on the ABV. I don't really get a good amount of sting to the nostrils. A little bit more vanilla. I'm definitely going that these are bourbons. Yeah, vanilla, oak, a little bit spicy, and a very slight amount of cherry. All right, let's get this one on the palate. Not as vibrant on the palate as glass number 1. All of those bourbon notes are there. I do get a good amount of oak, the vanilla, the spice is a little bit lower. All around, this is flatter. It doesn't have those bursts of cherry, vanilla, oak, and spice like the first one does. Still very good, but tamed down quite a bit compared to glass number 1. Maybe glass number 2 has a little bit more age to it. Maybe that's why it's a little bit more subdued, even though it does have more oaky notes, but the other flavors are a little bit under the radar. Now that it sits here for a little bit, it's a little bit drying as well. Let me go and get another rinse of water, taste it one more time, and then move back to glass number 1. All right, second sip, glass number 2. Oh gosh, oak and tobacco now. Oak, tobacco, drying, vanilla note is there. I would think it's going to hit this like flavor, rocket, and then it just flattens out. Drives off a cliff, and the flavors just drop off, and you're left with dry oak, tobacco, and then way in the back, there's a little bit of vanilla and cherry. All right, let's go ahead and get to glass number 1. Wow, it's crazy how much cherry is coming out of here. Yeah, it still seems pretty good. Good amounts of cherry, vanilla's there, that oak note, and a good amount of spice. Flavor-wise, glass number 1 has it all over glass number 2. I think glass number 2 is subtle. Glass number 1 is vibrant. Still both very good, but based on my first 2 tastes, I'm going with glass number 1. But what I'm going to do is take my time, slow down a little bit, go back and forth, take some notes a little bit, let my palate settle down, and then just go back and forth and see if any of these experiences change. All right, I'll be right back. All right, this one's going to be pretty short. So if I had to give you an order of what I'm getting, again, subdued, more vibrant. I get oak, cherry, and then spice. This one, I'm getting cherry, spice, and then oak. This is a little drying. This flavor sticks around a little bit more. It's more viscous. It sticks to the roof of my mouth. It kind of lingers a little bit more. The tobacco notes that I get here are missing here. So if I had to venture a guess based on the subtleties in glass number 2, I think this might be older. I'm still sticking with bourbons. This might be like a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old. Sorry, a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old. Probably somewhere around 100 proof. Maybe, yeah, probably around 100 proof. I can't see that they would be any higher. But everything that I've tasted so far and going back and forth between the two of them, glass number 1 is the one that I would reach for more often. If I wanted to kind of sit down, relax, and just taste something and not be overwhelmed or have to think about it a whole lot, I will go with glass number 2. I do like the oak. I do like the cherry. I like the subtlety of the spice, but there's a depth and richness of flavors that I prefer out of glass number 1. So let's go ahead and figure out what it is that I've been drinking. Glass number 2 is going to be Gatsby Reserve 2022, which means this is going to be the Gatsby Reserve 2023. I need to refresh my memory on the ABV, so let me go ahead and grab the bottles. But the 2023 version of the Gatsby Reserve is where my palate rests today. I'll be right back. All right, so the 2022, these are 15-year-olds. I was way off on the age, but I think the oak in glass number 2 is definitely there. And these are cask strength coming in at 48.9% ABV. So pretty low cask strength. And then I think the 2023, so these are Remus Gatsby Reserve. The 2023, 15 years old, cask strength, 49.5%, 48.9%. Oh, okay, so they're different ABVs, different proofs. But I think the price is $259 for the 2023 and $209 for the 2022. So I think we're pretty close. I mean, I think I'm shooting this in August. This video is coming out in August, middle of August. I think the Remus Gatsby's and the Remus Reserves, I think they are due to come out pretty soon, like in the next month or so. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments down below if you know when Ross and Squibb, MGP, whatever you want to call them, when they're due to come out with these again, if they even are coming out. I'd be interested to know. And I'd also be interested to know if you've had either one of these. Do you prefer the 2022 or the 2023? Or did you rest where I rested today, looking at the 2023 being a little bit more, well, not a little bit, a lot more robust, packed with flavor, concentration of flavors. So one last time, I know I'm pushing it because I don't really have a whole lot of people doing the August giveaway. If you are interested in supporting the channel, underneath the video, there's a little heart with a $sign in it. If you donate any increment of $5, every $5 increment is going to give you one entry into the giveaway. I am automatically going to throw in my first Friday flight, which was the Bardstown Bourbon Company flight. And then if you are selected and you win the giveaway for August, you get to select an additional 6 2-ounce samples of anything that I reviewed in the month of August. So if you win and you were interested in getting 2-ounce samples of both of these and do a comparison like I did today, then go ahead and support the channel. Donate $5 or any increment thereof. You have to be in the United States only. Unfortunately, I can't ship overseas. You have to be 21 years of age or older. You have to be able to prove to me that you are of age. You can email me through the email that I have in the description below. And you can also send me a direct message through Instagram from Whiskey is a Journey if you win. All right, that was a pretty quick one today. So wherever you're at in your journey, I hope you are enjoying it. And until next time, we'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody. Ooh, that's a spicy one.